Hello, it's Molly with Bridget's Grove and 30 Days of Goddess, and I wanted to offer two very short body-based practices that you can do pretty much anytime, anywhere when you need a little boost, a little connection to the sacred, and a little bit of recentering. So I'm very fond of, I feel like we are embodied magic. Our bodies are sacred space in motion. We are prayers on legs. And so I really am fond of body based practices, body prayers, things that we can do physically that kind of bring us home, back to a home place, bring us back into our bodies, and connect us with a sense of presence and a sense of the sacred. And so I had two little practices I wanted to share for your toolbox. And the first one I saw in an Instagram post from the Gorilla Feminist, but she noted in her little video that she learned it from her mom, who learned it from Peter Levine. So that's the lineage of this little technique. But this is one that's for basically like kind of soothing the nervous system and for re-regulating from like emotional dysregulation, so to speak. And it is simply this, which is you take one hand and put it on the opposite shoulder, and then you tuck the second hand under your armpit, basically under your arm. And that's it. And I personally, then switch to the other side. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I do. And I find that this person, it's very soothing and very restorative, brings you kind of back in, especially if you're sort of doing things. And I also found it helpful for sleep. Like if I wake up in the night and I'm having trouble going back to sleep, this has been helpful for that. So that was a little technique for re-regulating and kind of bringing yourself back into presence. And the second one is about fierce self-compassion, but also for helping yourself feel brave and strong and like capable of meeting a challenge. And so this one is from the August 2021 issue of Mindful Magazine, and it's by Kristen Neff from her book Fierce Self-Compassion. So it's called Fierce Self-Compassion. And the technique for it is to make a fist and then put that fist over your heart as a gesture of strength and bravery, and committing with this motion to being kind to yourself and keeping yourself safe. And you may want to say out loud or in your head, I will protect myself. But then you take your other hand open, put it over your fist, and hold your fist tenderly. And so there's an invitation here to combine the fierce energy of brave, empowered clarity with the tender energy of loving, connected presence. So you're bringing both elements in, the fierceness and the I'm going to protect myself, and then the compassion and the love and the openness, the gentleness. And you're holding both of those in that space. And so I really liked that one too, as these body-based practices for bringing yourself back into presence. So may they support and nourish and nurture you as well. And I know I spend a lot of time talking about simple, small practices, and maybe they don't seem big enough to you, maybe they don't seem fancy enough or flashy enough or ritualistic enough, but I really find that having a blessing basket, if you will, a toolbox of very small practices, instead of feeling like it has to be big and fancy, or feeling like you're behind or you don't have enough time or you're not doing it enough, having a little blessing basket of just a very small thing that you can do to bring you back home, to drop you back into your body, to center yourself back in the hands of the goddess. Whatever those little small things are, the more of them that you have, the wider the variety of tools in the blessing basket, the more you have to draw upon as you go through your day. And so all those little tiny like drops of the sacred, those breaths of the holy, those small kisses of the sacred in your life, all of those things, combine together to create rich, fulfilling days and experiences. And they serve to bring this sacredness, awareness, presence, connection into all day, every day, instead of just little slices of time. So that's what I wanted to offer. Thank you so much for being here.